Hello, David R. Becker here. Today I'm going to go over Holbein Green watercolors. I love Holbein paints. I always love them because you can put the whole tube into a palette and they will not dry out to hard clumps. They always stay nice and easily manageable, so they don't dry to that hard stone that in some of them. And that's because they don't have oxgall in them. But anyways, today I want to go over some of the greens, which I normally don't use in my palette. Greens, but I wanted to see what they had so I can maybe put some in my palette. So today we're going to go over 19 of them, and we'll start out with the first one, which is Compost Green. Compost Green right here is a light color green that has a little bit of white in it. Green with a little bit of white in it. Very probably one of the lightest greens. Second is Leaf Green. Leaf Green has a very bright, intense green, very light. Beautiful when you're painting those summer scenes when you need a real light yellowish green. Next one here we have Cadmium Green Pale. Cadmium Green Pale is a little bit brighter now. Next as it gets a little bit brighter. Then we have Permanent Green number 1, which is a little bit darker, and I kind of making them darker as they go along here. Cobalt Green is a more of a cobalt turquoise kind of green. I know the Permanent Green number 1 kind of ran into the Cobalt Green, but it's still more of a turquoise. Then we have Emerald Green Nova, which is a green that also has maybe a touch of a little white in it. Then we have Permanent Green number 2, which is a very vibrant, intense green. Then we have Terre Verte, which is more of a grayed down green. It's getting a little bit darker as we go along here. Then we have Viridian, which you can see, I'm going to push this aside here a little bit. It's kind of a darker green. And it's kind of more of a bluish green. It's a little bit darker. Next we have a Greenish Yellow, which is basically more yellow than green. And here you can see it's more of a yellowish, kind of yellow ochre kind of color. Then we have Olive Green, which goes into more of the yellowish green, followed by Sap Green. Sap Green is, again, that probably should have been more over in this area. But a very nice intense green, getting a little bit darker as we go along. Next we have a Cadmium Green Deep, which is very intense green. And then we go to a gray green, and this is more of a gray, Davy's Gray it's called. Davy's Gray is a kind of a grayish green, followed by Green Gray, which is just a little bit darker of that same kind of color of Davy's Gray, but just a little bit darker, a gray green. Then we have Shadow Green, which ends up being green with a little bit more black in it. It has like almost black and green in it together. Followed by Hooker's Green. Hooker's Green is a very intense green, and these are starting to look more like into the greens that have really intense darks. So Hooker's Green is kind of an intense dark green, followed by Viridian Hue, which is different from the Viridian, which is back here. Viridian Hue is kind of a dark, almost like a phthalo type of green. Very intense. You can see it's really nice and dark. Then we have a Bamboo Green, which is probably their darkest green. You can see right here if you use it a little thicker. It's a really, really dark green, Bamboo Green, which is one I just recently added to my palette, which is actually a very nice green to make a really dark when mixed with alizarin crimson. So there you have it, 19 colors. Some of them are probably new, but they're new to me. And so these are 19 colors of greens that are very beautiful. And I'm probably going to put 3 or 4 in my palette from now on, because I feel that I don't have to mix them. And if you do want to mix your greens, Quinacridone Gold and any of the light blues usually make some really nice greens, or any blue actually. So thanks a lot for watching. And those are the greens that Holbein has out. And float your pigment. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.